Testing 1, 2.
Shalom, Israel. With I.S.U.P.K. Start off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Where we teach blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We are not affiliated with any Israelite group. Start off 1969 under commanding General YAHANNA. That's where we understand that the blacks and Native Indians are the actual authentic Jews. We are Israel. Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Just off the Zakshah Park, teaching the Lashawan Kodash class here in Greenville, South Carolina, where we learn the ancient Hebrew and the Assyrian Hebrew. That's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to go over a few words and do a vocabulary and understanding for people. But we have StreamYard tonight, right, Cosmar?
Oh,
yeah, check into your StreamYard. You know, get credit for your class. We'll see you there. Make sure you check into the chat. I think what is that? One of the officers is going to put the StreamYard the chat up there so you can get your. We got people checking in. Who we got checking in so far?
Y'all checking in.
We got Yar.
Sister Jada.
Sister Jada.
And Cosmar.
Cosmar, good. Good. And then we're going to go over a few things, some basic understanding, basically some terms that you should know so people can kind of get, you know, in the understanding of commands and different things and how you say a few things in a sentence structure. Not to get too technical, but we'll just go over a little bit because we've gone over connectors and things for quite some time now. We just want to kind of relax a little bit on it and just get some words down packed, some understanding. Always build your vocabulary in Hebrew. A lot of people got to understand that Hebrew is the oldest language in the world, you know. And you got to understand also that when we were in Assyria, that we were in captivity. So we had to learn. Were we okay?
Yeah.
We had to learn our different Hebrew characters of the original top line up here in the ancient. But when we got in Assyria, they changed all those characters on it. Right. And there's we got people checking in. If you get a chance to check on the link in the chat, you can get yourself put in the up in the StreamYard, right? That's what we want you to do if you can. We have checking in class over there. Yeah, but that's what you want to do. to get credit because they're going to come in time. We kind of experimenting now with StreamYard as the generals, I think General Kabal told us to get it up and running, and that's what we're doing here in all of the classes. So we want to make sure that people get the StreamYard, that we get StreamYard up in the Greenville, South Carolina area. So, you know, this is what it is. So we're going to say, we have people, new people in class sometimes. We're going to ask, let's see, we have what, 22 characters in the ancient and 27 in the Assyrian. There are 5 special characters, as I believe what Sister Jada said, or what else you call them, they are, instead of special characters?
Ending characters.
Ending characters, right. So they are special characters because they're ending characters. And that only occurs in the Hebrew, on the Assyrian Hebrew, and of course, what we have special in the ancient Hebrew, Nayar, connectors, right? Yeah, we have connectors. And that's where you get your 22 up here. And it comes with connectors. And we're going to go over a few connectors on the board here. The connectors, that's why I think the ancient Hebrew, the connectors give you a better chance to write Hebrew and understand it. Down here, I used to call it the chicken scratch language, down in Assyrian. It's our language, but when you put different pictures on it and make different characters, then you begin to see it's very much different. But it's the exact same sound. So we say what? Abagada. Awazaka. Ta yakala manasa. Ipa tazakwarashata. And that's like saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know when you learn when you're a child. But when you're in Hebrew, you're learning as a child. So your first steps that you're going to have to take, you're going to have to learn this Hebrew chart. There's no shortcut. And I have people sometimes, man, why we got to learn Hebrew? I say you got to learn Hebrew because where you think the Bible was written, King James translated the Hebrew and even the Greek. You know, he's a black man. You know, his father was a king in England. See, black people, we rule Asia long before any white folk got up in there, man.
Right.
So black people are the ones responsible for the Hebrew because the Most High gave it to us. So King James, if you wouldn't know the Bible if you didn't know your Hebrew, we'll say, of course, Assyrian also, but you wouldn't know, Syrian. Greek also when we were in captivity, right? When we in Greece, Paul went over there, came and got us, right?
Right.
Say, get on up out of here, the 10 tribes, right? But before that, the three tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, or what we normally call it Judah and Benjamin, or we call them Judah. And then, of course, Israel represented the other 10 tribes. But until then, we were all speaking Hebrew. Am I right?
Okay.
That's what Hebrew is about, man. So that's what you got. That's why you speak and understand Hebrew. Why is it necessary? Because you don't understand that, man. I say get a grip. And if you don't want to accept it, then for definitely sure, go over to another camp where they don't teach nothing. where they teach about you can have a homosexual lover, or where they can teach about what else? That you can eat pork. What else? That you can teach you can have only one wife. Bible teaches that you can have 2 wives. 3. The Bible teaches that you don't have to have any. Right?
Right.
So we go by the Bible here on the command of General YAHANNA. That's what you got to understand. And also remember, and you got to understand, these fake camps, they tune into us and they learn from here. How do you think they know anything? Anything. They stab at it and try it and hit and miss. Then we got to straighten all their mess out once they wind up in the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
You might as well get here in the first damn place, right?
Right.
Am I right, Kazimar?
Okay.
Yeah, let's clap it up for Commander General YAHANNA for teaching us, man, and the I.S.U.P.K. right here, man. That's what it is. And I appreciate people for signing in, checking in. Who we have checking in the class?
We still got Sister Jada in
Just-
there. And Superman, y'all.
Yeah, good. I appreciate the brothers and sisters here, you know. How about you? How shy? Barak Atah. To all of my brothers. How shy to all my sisters, man. And we're glad to have you here. And that's what we're going to get into here a little bit. We're going to go over a few words here, kind of get you guys to kind of get used to using the chart. If you don't know, we're going to give yourself time to break the chart down. Can they see this chart pretty good yet? And if you don't, you should have a chart at home somewhere with this already copied down. So that's how you learn. How you gonna write a word unless you learn how to write your ABCs. In this case, your Hebrew characters, right?
Right.
You can't, unless you know the, to write a language, you have to at least know the composition or what it is, what's the characters comprised of. I mean, what am I writing? You got to understand that, right?
Right.
That makes sense? So that's what we're going to get into today. Kazimar, come up here and join me for a second. Just for a second, if you don't mind. I want you to, we want people at home here to break this top word down here. All these words, here are the connectors. Now you have a single connector, then you have a connector that joins two sounds together. That's called what now, y'all? Independent? Independent, and what's this one called?
Dependent.
Dependent, right. Okay, I want you guys to, can they monitor, do me a favor, can they, we're gonna see where they're writing. Well, because I don't know if they're in there or not. But let's go to see where they're actually writing in the chat so we can get, I want you to do this first line up here, then we'll write down. In other words, transliterate this number 1 here. This is number 1, right? Y'all see that 1? That represents this word. Transliterate this, and we'll write it over to the side what it transliterates. In other words, try to spell it. In American English, that's the language that's called the transliteration. Okay? So when they get it, we'll write down what it is. Right? Well, let them see if they can spell it first, then we'll go from there. What do they got? You need the chat, Hebrew chat up, right? Where is the chat?
The chat was on the side.
It's on the side there, now you are. You see it?
Ain't nobody wrote them in there yet.
All right. All right, we'll get them. Just and of course, go ahead and write the first one so they can understand what we're saying. Spell that word for me, Mark. Yeah, go spell it. It's in Hebrew, so spell it in English. Do a transliteration and tell me what that word actually says, okay? Go ahead. And see the yar who's actually writing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, all right. It's a funky yay, ain't it? We'll take it. Good, good. Has anybody got that word up there? Is that what y'all got? That's what Kazimar says. He's a little veteran at this. You know, officers, they kind of know already anyway. They supposed to anyway. They don't, and I got to send him back. Then I got to make him come back to school. That's the, got to send him back to school. He already been to training school a little bit. You already know. Right? Anybody? Okay, for the sake of understanding, it's pronounce that word.
Okay. This word is pronounced I-Y.
Okay, explain that. Explain your connectors there.
You got an independent connector for this ancient Hebrew character I. And you got another independent connector for this ancient Hebrew character La.
Right.
And you have a dependent connector for these two characters.
Two Hebrew sounds.
Two Hebrew sounds. And it spells out WAP.
WAP, right?
Right.
Yeah, so that word Allah means what? Right in the Bible. What is anybody out there knows what Allah means? Yeah, where are you at about that? Here, you want to write it in different color. Let's see. I got a different color for you. Allah. Here you go. For the sake of time, Allah means general. So when you address commanding General YAHANNA or General Mahayman or General who else we have?
Mayak.
Yeah, Mayak, General Mayak, and General Hazahan. So that's what you're saying, General. Well, you have General. Yeah. Now we have Anya Shawamar. And then you have, what's the next general there? We're going down rank wise. Kabbalah, I believe. I believe. I don't know. I think I did it. Oh, it's Kabal, it's Katham Gabar, then Kabal them off, I think. That's what it is. Okay. Y'all don't get mad at me. Y'all don't get me in trouble up in here. Okay. But that's the order general. And you know, but when you say commanding General Yohana, you just don't say General Yohana. You say commanding General Yohana, right?
Right.
So, and I'm not going to put commanding up there right now. But that's how you say Alabak. So when you see a general come into the room, we stand attention, right? You know? Like this. How about Shimmy Shot Brock? Boom! That's saying what?
General on deck. I'm up in y'all, general on deck.
Yeah, all right. Write that. Write Panya. Alabak, write Panya up there. Panya means just to face the general is all it means. Just to get ready to salute. You can write it there. You can write it on to the side. Not too far. Yeah, right there. In black. You want to say Panya just simply means face him. Because you're getting ready to do what? Salute him. So you say Panya, Allah Panya, right? Well, Panya means to face him, to face. Where's my word up here? Or because it means, yeah, you recognize that he's on deck. You recognize he's there, right?
Right.
Go ahead, right above that. What did I say? Face. Let me look it up, make sure I ain't got this. I'm not sitting up here drinking the YAHANNA. Right? Okay. Yeah, Panya. Panya means to face. Yeah, it means to face. You gotta face him. You don't turn your back against him. So you face him. It's like I'm facing him, right? Then you say, rock. That means to what? Get ready to bless, salute, right? You're in blessing, right? And then you say it. Yahweh, right? Ba'ashem, in the name. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, in the name of Christ. Right? Barak, bless. Atah, you. But in this case, if you want to do, I think Shar just put up the link, right? Well, he put up the YouTube for your. Okay, let's see if he's done that. Let's see what you got, Shar. Yeah, he's got YouTube. I don't know if he does. Did he put up the link for the? Yeah, apparently he did. Okay, well, Panya just put up there means to face, right? You face him first. That's just put face. You face the general. That's how you understand when you're saying, and it's a command. Stand up and face the general, basically. Right. And sometimes you say when you want to stand up. What is that? You know, you say. How do we say to stand up? Sabbath class, you remember? We'll look see how he spelled it right. Go ahead. Anybody out there? You want to say stand, right? You got a brain freeze in there? But you're on the spot, right? I know what it is, but that's why I called you up here. Break, you ain't been up here in a while. Break them jitters off you, right? Just stand is imad, or you say amadium. That means all stand, right? Right? That's why you say imad, imadium. So basically you amadium, amadium. Then you go amadium Shabbat, then amadium. Stand, 45-degree angle, toes, but that's what you're basically saying, because you're letting them know that the general is on deck, or you're facing the general. And then you put your hands to your heart. Now women, what would the women do? Show the women what they would do. Here. The women will put your hands together in a couple like that, right? That's what a woman wants to do, but a man will do this. The woman does not do the same thing a man. And she stands, but she want to do this. And she says, Yahweh Shemar Latah Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. We get to that. But the band will say, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak. If you want to say more than one general, Barak Atham, right? It's more. We pluralize it. So that's what we're really saying there, right? And that's what Allah means. Go ahead and spell out Panya. You guys, use your notes a lot in class. Make sure you guys write the stuff down on the board, okay? Let's see which I did. He's got the YouTube. I don't see the face. I don't see the StreamYard. Did he send that one?
Like I think you put the StreamYard in the chat.
He did. Okay. Did he? You see it?
Guys, and he didn't put it in. He just put.
Did he put?
He said he needed the StreamYard link.
You got the StreamYard link in there?
Put it in the StreamYard.
Well, how did they get up there then? That's the link there, right?
Kind of.
With the sharp, put it in up there.
So YouTube.
Those people on the right, who's those people up to the right there?
Oh, it's like we got troopers, Kalapazar, check it in.
Right?
And then he also said face and stand towards the general.
Face, yeah, that's what it means. Face and stand, a margin. You don't have to say a margin, but I mean you can say that, a margin. You know, stand up. It's understood. When you say face, Allah Akbar, you don't sit down and salute. You automatically stand up. That's Ahmadiyya. That's all of us. That's exactly right, Galatasaray.
And then Sister Jada said,
Right, go ahead.
is this the male and female right? I guess talking about
That's the male, yeah, both, women will stand up also, but to say it again, watch it to the side for a second, I'm sorry. But the women, make sure, Jada, you put your hands like that, okay? Put like this, kind of bow your head a little bit, just like that, right? You want to put your hands together. You don't put your hand up there to your heart. You put your hand like this, and you say, and you just basically watch the men do their job. But if you say, you don't have to say anything else. But what you'll say when we do greet you, you greet back with Yahweh Shamar Alatha Bahashem Yahweh Shah. And we're going to get the matter of fact. Let's get that on the board for Jada. Let's get that for the woman. Go ahead. Yeah, come on. You go over there and man that right there. I'm going to put you on the spot enough, Kazimar. All right, go ahead and put the woman salute up there. Yahweh Shamar. Here, put it in black for the sister. You will, because it's been a long time since I put this woman salute up there, right? What do we got? How did they find StreamYard if you didn't put it in there?
I put it, they'll find it in the YouTube chat.
Okay, YouTube chat. Okay, got it. Good. Okay, that's cool. Appreciate it. Yahweh Shamar. Let's explain this, right? I'll. You good? No, this right. This you right. You doing good? No, I'll. You know we don't spell Al.
Oh yeah, I.S.
There you go. Right? It's all right. I'll. This is what we're going to put in, Jada, Sister Jada, for you. This is what the woman would say. Learn to say this when a man is greeting you, because that's all you want to do. That's all we can do is salute you anyway. No man should be doing anything else but saluting you. There you go. And that's what they should say. Yahweh Shamar Al-Tha Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Sham. Yeah, there ain't no E. You know I say country for Shem, right? Bahasham Yahweh Shai, right? Bahashem Al-Tha Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead and explain that.
No, she don't dare say it's like
Go ahead and explain that. Here you go, Sister Jada. We're going to explain it to you. Go ahead.
So Yahweh, of course, that is the Most High.
Go ahead and point to it.
Oh, it's like
Yeah. You
So-
should pinpoint it.
Yahweh. That's like to the Most High. Yeah.
I mean, just use that to point to.
Okay.
Right.
Yahweh, that is the Most High.
Right.
And Shamar, that means to watch.
Mm-hmm. Shamar means to watch, right?
And then Al.
What does that mean?
Is that and?
It means over. Shamar put it, Sharp put it in there. He just put it in there. Appreciate it, officer.
It's like
It means-
Al means over.
It means over. Go ahead and write it above there. Yeah, he just put it in there, right? And he's also put in there why it's important to check in. And we see you guys above this important checkpoint to join stream. If not, you will be not obtaining the Hebrew name. Right, that's right. Char put that in there because that's what it is. You want to basically check into the StreamYard because that's the new trend that we're doing. Because that's our way of keeping up with the StreamYard. Appreciate the officer Short. What we have? Go ahead. What's this? What's this TMA? Check that. We don't do acronyms like that for the Most High, bro. You go ahead and put down there Most High. Right? All right now. Well, I'm gonna need you up here a little bit more. Give you some more training, right? We don't do small. We don't abbreviate stuff up there unless we can help it. Okay? We definitely don't do it for titles like this, right? All right. So the Most High watch over. Now, who are you telling? Who is the woman really referring to? Who is she talking to? Who does the woman talk to?
Talking to the men, right?
Who's the woman supposed to be talking to?
She's supposed to be saluted.
She's telling her man.
Right.
She's telling her husband.
Okay.
I'm watching over you because you're ready to go to war.
Right.
Right? So watch over. That's what it's saying. Right? You understand that, Jen? To watch over you. That's what you say. Any more women in the chat? Okay, since she's the only one, then we're specifically talking to her then. But it's any other woman that gets there. Yahweh Shamar Al-Athar, right? Most High watch over. What does Athar mean? Watch over what? Who's she watching over?
Me, Salak.
So is it me or you?
You, Salak.
She's wild. Okay, so you're actually saying to your man, in this case, when a man says it, you're telling all the men, the Most High watch over you. I can understand that, okay? But when you're telling your man at home, he's getting ready to go, you got a lunch pack for him, you got his headband going on, right?
Right.
You got his Magan Dawada laid out, polished, shine. That's what this woman's doing. I mean, that's what you're doing. You trying to say, Most High, watch over my man as he go to camp, because he could not come back here. Am I right?
Right.
All right, what else we got? Basham.
Basham.
Yeah, right on the bottom because we got no more room. Right? What does Basham mean? Huh? What does Basham mean? Help him out.
I forgot.
Help him out, Kazimar.
Right, in the name.
In the name.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
In the name up or in the name. Not in the name. I in. You're nervous. In the name. And the name of, it's like you don't have to put the word of, it's like understood. Let's go ahead and put of up there. The name of. Now, who is this last one? You got to get this one right now.
Yahweh Shai is Christ.
Write that down then. Who is that? She says she can't comment on StreamYard. Only on YouTube. I can't. Y'all both at the same time. She says what's going on there? She can't comment on both at the same time? Jada said, Salaki, I can't comment in the StreamYard. Yeah. But she can only do it in the YouTube chat, right? Did she actually in the chat? Look in the chat, see if she's done that. Char's gonna put something up there. We playing tag here. We'll get it together. What you got, Char? Check in the YouTube chat and see if what she's got written down there. Nothing, right? But she's saying, Salaki, I can't comment in the StreamYard. That's what she's saying.
She might have to.
You right here. You don't worry about that over there. explain.
I already explained that already.
Okay. Go. All right, start over. Do what you got to do.
Yahweh means Most High.
Right.
Shamar means to watch.
Right.
Al means over.
Right.
Athon means you.
Now, sometimes the woman is actually a thon. Yeah. Put a thon there. Just change that to an N. Do you see the chat on the stream? If so, what is the problem on commenting? Yeah, don't. Hey, Shara, we're not gonna get into that, involve that detail. You just can't see it. If you can't see it, then that's fine. Shara's saying, baby, do you see the chat on the StreamYard? Okay, that's what he's saying. You see the chat on the StreamYard is what he's saying. Can she get in there and there's a chat on the StreamYard, right? That's what I thought. Yeah, if they don't know, Shar, then you have to teach them, all right? That's what we do, okay? We have to teach the women. All right. So we have Yahweh Shemal Athan, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? Good. Yeah. Yeah, that's enough on that. We need no more comments on that. Let's end it right there. Hey, listen. But just make a comment and we'll pick it up, Jada. Whether it's on the stream or you got it, Cosmar? Yeah, just help out over there. Do what you got to do. Type in the chat, the YouTube chat, if you have to refer to. Okay. All right. Now go ahead and do the men's. Since we just kind of go ahead and are we done that? Well, let me see here. But let me see. I'll walk on y'all. Most High, stand to the side for 1 second. If you'll put it over. Appreciate it. So we got Most High watch over you. Yahweh Shemal Athan, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is the name of Christ, right? And this, of course, we're talking about the real black Christ, right? Yahweh Shai. Now we're going to put up here, that's the salute for the women. We'll put it up here. Make sure you copy this down, Jada, and all the other women in the chat. Make sure y'all copy that down so we can get the understanding, so a woman can have understanding of what she should be saying, right?
Right.
Now we're going to put down, let me know, I'm assuming, we'll give it a few more seconds so we'll make sure they understand how to write it. Yeah, put whatever comment you got to put right there, okay? Put in here, then we'll write up the men's understanding of how to salute a brother, right? Or, you know, that makes sense? Okay. So now this is on tape, of course you can roll it back, but I'm assuming that Sister Jada got it by now. We'll give it a little bit more time there, because I know people have to write down. Just write this down, put it in your notes, because you'll be saying it over and over again when you want to do a when you want to greet, right? Okay. You got that together, Cosmar? Okay. Sister, does Sister Jada understand the greeting yet? I'm assuming she does. She got it written down. Doctor says, comment on YouTube, you will get the questions and comments, right? Comment on YouTube, right? Okay, good. All right. Now, go ahead and erase that. I believe she got that right now. And if not, you can roll the tape back, Jada, and you'll get that, pick it up. Or you just have ask questions when you want to on that. We good? Okay. Any more people in the chat? Okay, go ahead and put the men's greeting up there. This is just so the men can understand, you know, because we have people just started. What are you doing? Right here. Started. I mean, you know, you ready to write the greeting, right? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and write. You don't have to write shalom, but go ahead, we'll let you. You can, you just say, yeah, we don't say, take that shalom off, because people think that'll be, we'll tell them what shalom means, we don't wanna actually put that, just put the greeting up there, right? Okay? Are we good over there? Are we cooking in gas over there? How's it more? Moderated. All right, that's all we need. We don't need nothing else going on there, but you just moderating back and forth to the people, okay? What you're writing now the greeting for the man, right?
Okay.
So what you got?
We got Yahweh, which means that's Most High.
Right, go ahead and write it up there. It may sound mundane, but write it again. Practice, right? It's the Most High, right? Right.
And then we got I.S.U.P.K. It means in the name.
In the name of?
In the name of.
Okay. Or you can say in the name, but it's actually understood in the name of, right? Well, they can see that small writing, bro. What else we got?
Then we got YAHANNA, which is Christ.
Yeah, we got more people in the chat there. Got Radazak in there? Who else?
That's what it's not
Oh, okay. Who all we got in there?
we got Sister Jada, Latazar,
Okay.
and then Latazar.
Right. Nobody don't want to see their face on StreamYard today, huh?
Right.
And that's the advantage when you show yourself, Radazar, Kaladazar, who else? Yar, anybody else, and Jada, Sister Jada, they show us that you are participating with your black colors on, you know, and your headdress. The woman, you should have your hair covered. Jada, you should cover your hair, totally, right? So sometimes that'd be a good time to sometimes cover your hair. Anyway, what else we got?
And we got Barak.
Barakatha. So we want to say that's just one person. What do we want to salute all the generals at one time? Barakatham, yeah, or a bunch, all of the officers or whatever. So go ahead and write Barakatham up there. That way, that's a plural, right? And then of course you can write a tha, you, or all of you. So go ahead and write up there. What does Barak mean again?
Barak.
So what is it saying? What do you think about what you're saying? The Most High, in the name of Christ, do what? What are we asking to do? Right? Take your time. Now, what are we asking? What am I asking the Most High to do? Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Thumb. What does Barak mean?
That's not take.
Help him out, officer.
Bless us.
To bless.
Yeah.
Yeah. To bless you.
Right.
Right? The bless in this case is all of you. Just put you, that's close enough. A thumb is all of you, and a tha is, of course, one singular you. So if I come up and greet you and I say, how about you, tha? I mean, I'm just basically, most High bless you, man. Go ahead.
No, Sister J, she said bless also.
She said bless? Clap it up for the sister. She learned. That's what we want you to do, sis. I appreciate that. So, and then ask her, did she get the, well, I'm asking you, Sister J, to just say, Khan, sir, did you actually get the understanding with Yahweh Shamar, Allah Hashem Yahweh Shah? Did you write that down in your notes? We want you to remember that, okay? See if she has that written down. Huh?
She said concept.
Good, I appreciate that. All right, appreciate it. Right. Okay. So that's what we're really saying. We're actually, we spent some time on this because I wanted to make sure people understand that, new people coming in, so they'll understand and write it for their notes, so they'll understand what this means. You know, Yahweh Shem, Bahasham. I say Shem, but there's no E in Hebrew. It's Bahasham, in the name of. And these words, you write this down because you build your vocabulary like that. And plus you'll understand the commands and the comments and the words that we say. I'm sorry. This is how we do that.
Right.
Go ahead and leave it up high, bro. You just get it off, just put it in another angle. That's all you got to do. All right? Go ahead and erase that off the board. You could for me. Baba Kasha. It's coming out pretty easy. Good. Get our board. Got no grease on there. Get our board a little dry, right? Right. All right. Now what we got? What's the next word we got up here? Somebody. Let's see. See if anybody can point to that word up there, Nayar. Trying to move your cord out your way there. There you go. Go ahead. Point to this word. We want you guys to transliterate that word on the board, right? Right? We blurred every time you move. It gets blurry. Is it better now? Huh? And I think that it may be you over there. It's trying to focus on you. Yeah. Anytime you get in the way, it'll focus on you. You follow me? Every time you move, it's going to focus on you. It's trying to do its job. There you go. Okay, so this next word up here, the word on the second row here, point to that word up there. Do a transliteration on that word. Tell me in the audience there. Tell me what that means. You pick up what they're saying, Kazim, all right? What that mean? We kind of give you some, now we've given some orders and some understandings and greetings and blessings, and now we want to go in a few words here. We said Allah is general. Then we said Allah Panya. That means Amadium, stand, or Amad, stand, or Amadium, all stand and face the general. It don't matter if there's one person in the room. We just say Amad. Right? Right. Yeah, there's one face, you know, just stand and face the general. Now, and salute. That's Barak, right? And you'll say that. You'll say Barak, right? Then you say Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Atam, or Barak Atah, depending on how many generals are there, right? We're pluralizing that. We got anybody in there, cause saying what that is, what that word is? Can they go ahead there?
Not sure.
Surely, what you think? Anybody? We'll give you a few more seconds here on that word. On that word in the middle there, down there, we're just trying to see if you can transliterate that. It's the same as any other class that we've done. We just got the StreamYard. One of you guys get used to that. What you got?
She said Sarat.
Said it again?
She said Sarat. With a question mark.
Oh yeah, she says Sarah. She's extremely close. Check your last letter. Who's that, Jada? Check your last letter out, Jada. It's Sarah, but that's not a ka. That's another letter. But you're close with the Sarah. Just the last one you're missing there. And the only way, basically, like Kaladazar, Radazak, or anybody else, somebody else wrote it in there. The only way to really do this is to do it over and over again. Go ahead. She's clapping up for it. She says Sarana. It's actually Saran. But Saran, in this case, and the reason why it's short wide in Yara, that's Saran and not Sarana.
Because this has a dependent character.
Dependent what?
It's like a dependent connector.
Dependent connector. Explain that. Explain to her why that is.
So this Ra,
We'll start all the way from Sa.
This is a side. This has an independent connector.
What does that mean?
That means it has its own sound.
Has a sound by itself. So you say Sa, just like you've done, Jada. All right, pick it up.
And then this Ra, it depends on the knob. So that's how you get the Ra.
Why does it depend on the knob?
Because it has a dependent connector.
Right.
So it gets the sound Ron.
Yeah, clap that. It gets the sounds Ron. Exactly right. That's what you want to know, Jada.
Right.
So when you see that upside down U, I'm sorry, in this case it's a U. Go ahead and explain that again. You get the upside down U, that is a Sa by itself, and then you get the upside down U, it joins the Ra and the Na together, and you get Ron. You put them together, you have Saran. It's so easy to pick up the ancient Hebrew because we have connectors. Had we done that in Assyrian, it might sound like Sarana, like in the Japanese language, Saranara. In this case, Saran. So go ahead and write that word down, Saran. You have anybody understand what Saran is? Yeah, take your time and write it there. Appreciate that. Saran. Yeah, what is a Saran? And since if a captain, if a general is Alawak, then Saran must be what?
A captain.
A captain. Go ahead and write that down. That's what it is. No. Let's be consistent. Look at the board. Look at your board. Be consistent. You going to write? Wait a minute. Well, we haven't written anything. Yeah, we ain't got to write nothing out here. So go ahead.
So
You can write it right here. No, here. Let's do blue. You got the blue one?
nah.
Do it in blue and be consistent. We got enough blue in there? All right, that blue kind of gone there. All right, let's get some more blue on. Let's get some blue on the scene there, bro. Go ahead. That's a captain. So what are we basically saying up here? We're basically saying what? These are ranks, right? We have ranks in the Bible.
Right.
That's what this is saying. We have rank in the Bible, right?
Right.
Saran is captain, right? Y'all understand that, I hope. Right? So, it lets you know that in I.S.U.P.K, unlike, this is important, in the I.S.U.P.K we have rank, unlike some of these fake Israelite groups. They ain't got no rank. They have a sheep case over there, over their body, and they'll all talk at the same time. What do we do? What are we supposed to do?
Raise your hand.
Say that again.
Raise your hand.
Say that again.
Raise your hand.
We raise our hand. We understand that there's rank and order here. We don't just go willy-nilly making comments and raising your hand and talking without rank and order, right?
Right.
You see somebody doing something without rank and order, then I'd question them, wouldn't you?
Right.
Wouldn't you?
Okay.
I would. That means they're not I.S.U.P.K, right?
Right.
Give me First Corinthians, man. Or is it First Chronicles? Shit, I'm sorry. First Chronicles, lucky. No, is that right? I'm sorry. First Corinthians. Shit. 12 and 38. I think that's the one. Let me see. It may be Chronicles or Corinthians. I'm thinking it may be Chronicles. Shit. What I say, 12 and 38? Give me 38. I'm sorry. I apologize. Give me First Chronicles 12 and 38.
It don't go to 38. It stops at
First Chronicles.
Chronicles.
You got Corinthians, and I apologize. I said that. I said that to you wrong. I said Corinthians, and I was wrong. It's Chronicles. First Chronicles. We'll show you that we have rank, because the Bible records rank here. I mean, we got it all over the place, but we're just going to read a text here for you. Take the time there and read for me. Bob the shot. Go ahead.
This is First Chronicles, chapter 12, verse 38.
What I say? 12, 38?
Kawkan.
Yeah, go ahead.
And all these men of war.
Men of what?
Men of war.
That's what I have on my jacket right here. Let me go up here so people can see this. That's what I got on my jacket. What that say?
Right.
That say men of war, right?
Kawkan.
Don't that say men of war?
Kawkan.
Yeah, you wear that proudly, bro.
That's right.
Men of war. Read.
And all these men of war.
Right.
That could keep rank.
They could do what?
That could keep rank.
They could keep rank. Go ahead.
Came with a perfect heart.
Came with a what heart?
Came with a perfect
Came
heart.
with a perfect mind. I thought you said you couldn't be perfect here in I.S.U.P.K. Yes, you can. I thought you said you couldn't be perfect. Here in I.S.U.P.K, we're perfect. Came with a perfect heart. The heart is the mind. Perfect mind. So you can. Job was a perfect and upright man, one that feared God and eschewed evil. Pushed it away, right?
Right.
So this is saying, read. Finish reading.
Kawkan. Came with a perfect heart
Perfect heart.
to Hebron.
To Hebron, yeah.
Hebron.
Hebron. Yeah, no, go ahead. Hebron. Yeah.
To make David a king over Israel.
To make David a king over Israel. David was our first king.
Kawkan.
Right. So to make David a king over Israel. Any more on that?
Says a little more.
Go ahead.
In all the rest of Israel
Right.
were of one heart.
A what?
Were all of one heart.
This is why in I.S.U.P.K we are of one heart. This is the reason why we can keep rank. So that's why we understand what rank is.
Right.
So we go Alawah. When we go Saran, and we're going to go to another one here in a second. So we're saying general, captain. We're one heart. Under Commander General YAHANNA, right?
Right.
You always have a leader on this earth with one, what does it say? One what?
With one heart.
What does the heart mean?
The heart is your mind.
The heart is the what?
The heart is your mind.
The heart is the what?
The mind.
The Bible says the heart is the mind.
Right.
One rank, one heart. And you don't earn this jacket by not understanding that. What does that say? Men of war, right?
Right.
That's what it says. That's the rank. Okay? That's how we deal with this. Alawah is a general. Commander General YAHANNA and all the generals, of course. And then all of the captains. We have captains, what, 13,000 all the way down to 10,000?
Right.
All right, good. So everybody understand that? They got comments in there? People should understand that. But if they don't, we got it in there for you to understand it. Right?
Kawkan.
See, that's the whole point. It's not like these fake camps come up here, got a bed sheet on from Walmart. They ain't got no rank. What kind of rank they got, man? Man, they got fringes on their t-shirt. You got fringes on their, what the guy came up here in the comments and say, look, if you don't have your fringes on when Christ come back, you ain't gonna make it. What kind of nutville monstrosity is that, man? You got, go ahead.
No, it was like,
Yeah, they got fringes on their You know, they don't even understand how to wear the fringes on their t-shirt, you know, and got them. You supposed to, I mean, you know, they don't even know what a Magan Dawada is. And we'll
Right.
get that on the board here in a second.
Right.
But this is the point is, you have fake camps supposed to be under command of Johnny Yohana. Their understanding of this Bible is non-existent. It's limited.
Right.
Everything they do, they copy off of us.
Right.
You know, they copy off us because they don't have no understanding. I mean, you wouldn't either if you walked around with a bed sheet and cut a hole in the top and threw it over your head, and then the guy in the back go out and say, what is yeah. The guy in the back, I should be good. The guy in the back and the front talking at once, right?
Right.
No rank. Go ahead.
Slacker, we got a question.
Go ahead.
Sister J, she said, wait, so fringes don't go on shirts, on t-shirts, like
Yeah.
the bottom?
No, fringes don't, look that up for me.
Oh.
Fringes go on the border of your garment, and that's not considered the border of your garment, sis. Now for a sister can wear on your dress. Just make sure you understand, on your dress, Sister Jada, you can put fringes on the bottom of that one because that is your garment, because that is a dress. You understand, sis? But men don't have skirts and dresses, and all that is just a short sleeve dress is all they got on. Make their distinction between the man and the woman. The Bible says it's not a border. The around the t-shirt is not a border. Find me that text for me, Colin, when you get a chance. Okay? Around the border, you got what you got there.
We got Deuteronomy 22 and 12.
Yeah, pick that up. You read it? Go ahead, read. Go ahead.
Thou shalt make thee fringes upon the four quarters of thy vesture.
Fringes upon the four corners of your vesture. You'll find our American Indian understand that. Upon the four corners, right? Where are the corners? Go ahead.
Four corners.
Four quarters, yeah.
Of thy vesture.
Same thing, yeah.
Wherewith thou cover thyself.
Right. You cover yourself with what? What does a man cover himself with? Go ahead.
With a garment.
With a garment, right? Clap it up for that brother right there. So the four corners, they wear them on the sleeve, on his thighs. Those are the four quarters. How many what you got? How many quarters you got, bro?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Now a woman, she can wear them on her you got a nice long dress, beautiful green dress, a white dress, or whatever you got, Jada. You can wear them on your body because you're a woman. Okay? But men, we don't walk around here with our garment like that. And don't get me wrong. There are some garments that can be borderized out, but bordered as that manner, as long as he's got them on his pants and on the sleeves. But you definitely, that's the four quarters, but you definitely don't walk around with a t-shirt on and wearing around the bottom. That is not the four quarters of that's not four quarters, sis, at all. That's feminine. That's feminine. We'll let the woman wear a feminine t-shirt like that. That's fine. We don't mind, yeah, because she's feminine. Jada, you understand that, sis?
Yeah, she said she understands.
Like clap it up for that sister right. And that's the point. That's what you want to understand. And that's why it's almost the same difference as a woman. Find me the text up, bro, about the hair coverings there. It's almost the same. It is the same thing. We go by the Bible here. That's why you get the understanding. We just don't come from the top of our mind. Rank and order, we understand that. And we let the Most High, who is the highest rank, right?
Okay.
And then Christ. And the Commander General Yohana follows Christ. There ain't nobody higher on this earth than Commander General Yohana.
That's right.
Because he'll be the same thing as though you had David, or though you had Moses, or though you follow me?
Okay.
That's how you do that. Or Abraham, or just the highest ranks. In other words, who else? See. You get that for me? We're talking about hair covering. Let's pick that up one too. Right? That's what we want. We want to make sure people understand that. Understand that you go ahead first. What you doing over there? We'll get back on here, right? But that's what you understand. That also we have the way people come in here and they wondering how to wear their hair. Where to put your what the difference between a man and a woman. We make a distinction between man and woman here,
Right.
and so we can understand what rank is. Woman, you fall up under the man. You know, you don't fall above the man. You wouldn't want to do that anyway if you're the woman. You want to follow. Go ahead. What you got?
Like she said she been sewing her son's fringes on the bottom. So
That's fine.
she said so he shouldn't wear it like that anymore, right, sir?
No, you mean on the bottom of her dress? She's good.
No, she's talking about her son. She said she sewed it on her son's shirt. So she asked, does she?
Yeah,
does she
she's a
keep doing
woman.
that?
She's good.
No.
Go ahead.
It's like she said she been sewing her son's fringes on the bottom.
Oh, a son.
Yeah.
Yeah, change that, sis. Sew them on the side. I don't have mine on right now, but that's it. Sew them on the side and on the sleeves, okay? 4 quarters, right? Not on the t-shirt. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying, Sister Jada, right. You can, as a woman, do that, but as a man, if you got a boy, he's got to dress just like the men dress, okay? His hair covering, you know, with his head exposed at the top right there, and I have band around here, or a war scarf. Even a war scarf that we have a hole in the top, and you have your fringes, not t-shirts with fringes on them. No, that's not the 4 quarters. But you can put it on his thighs. That means on the side of his pants and on his sleeves.
Right.
Okay, that's what you want to wear. Go ahead.
It's like I was about to say, if you look at the brothers in I.S.U.P.K, you can see plenty of examples of that.
Right.
Saying how we wear our fringes.
Right, exactly. Clap up for House Mark. Exactly right. You go to the brothers of I.S.U.P.K, I.S.U.P.K, we show you. You got the example right there. You're gonna see a lot of that in Passovers too, sis. But yes, if you got a boy, now if it was a girl, it's a little different. But if you got a girl, you definitely. If you got a boy, then you want to do that. You want to go ahead and dress him up like a grown man would dress,
Right.
because that's what you're raising a man. What we got? You got your hair coverings? Get it to that. You got that one? Go ahead, read for me, loud and clear.
1 Corinthians 11:4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered,
Right.
dishonoreth his head.
Right. That's why we don't have our head covered. This right here is showing you that we understand that you're not supposed to cover the top of your head. If I did cover the top of my head, I would dishonor what?
His head.
I would dishonor my head, for the Most High is above me. Right?
Right.
Go ahead, finish reading.
Verse 5.
Right.
But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered,
Right.
dishonoreth her head.
That's right. The women, Sister Jada, even if you're in class, when we say praying and prophesy, we're prophesying right now because we're reading out of this Bible. Those are words of prophecy. We're telling you that that a woman is supposed to actually cover her head.
Right.
She don't come over there with trying to wear this or a hole on top of her head. She cover her head with a nice scarf. We got scarves? Yes. Yeah, let me grab a scarf over here. Let me show you. We'll grab a nice green one right here. I'm not going to put it on. I'm just showing you the type of scarf that women wear. I can't see. They wear a scarf around their head, right?
Right.
That's like that, okay? So, you got your own style, but that's what a woman would be wearing. They wear something and they wrap the top of their head, right? I'm not going to put it on because I'm not a woman. I'm just showing you, right? It doesn't have to be green. It can be the color you necessarily want. I wouldn't pick the rainbow colors because the gays have taken that, right? So you understand that, Sister Jada? And what else we got on that text? That it?
We got
Right.
verse 6.
Right.
Verse 6.
Are you finished with that one?
It's like, we need to read.
Yeah, finish reading that.
For that is even all one, as if she
Like, let me read that again.
Right.
Read it up. But every woman that prayeth or prophesied with her head uncovered,
Right.
dishonored her head.
Right. That means basically what it means when the word has been written. I'm sorry, written. Jesus. When the word has been spoken,
Right.
then a woman, you should cover your head. Okay? Like we're doing in class right now, you should have your head covered.
Right.
That's the respect to the Most High. The Most High see. That's why we have you in the stream yard so we can see you. Okay? That's what that's for. And a man doesn't cover his head. He uncovers his head. And this signifies and show you that we understand that your head is not supposed to be covered. Okay? That's all it means.
Right.
So if we straight to have any more questions, just let us know, Jay. All right? Where we at now? Are you done with that text there?
Let's look one.
Hey, read. Go ahead.
For that is even all one as if she were shaven.
Right. That means if your head was bald, correct?
Right.
Right. Go ahead. Finish reading.
Verse 6. For the woman
Right.
be not covered.
Right.
Let her also be shorn.
Be shorn. Right. Yeah. If this you might as well be bald and it's not covered, and you know you might as well cover it now. You bald head egg sitting up there, right?
Right.
Go ahead. Any more on that?
A little more.
That's what they're saying. Cover your hair. You'll be ashamed. It's like a woman that doesn't do that. It's a shame. It's almost like a bald-headed woman, a woman that shaves all her hair off purposely. I'm not talking about a woman that has cancer or anything like that. We understand that. Then, of course, she should cover her hair anyway, just for the sake of aesthetics to how she looks. But it's telling you, it's comparing you that to the point that, man, it's a shame for a woman when they shave themselves head bald. It's the same magnitude or disgrace as not covering your hair when the words has been spoken. That's what it's saying. Go ahead. Any more?
No.
Go ahead.
But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven.
That's exactly right. That's what we're talking. If it's a shame for her to be shaven a head bald, go ahead.
Let her be covered.
Let her be covered. Let the head be covered.
Right.
Right? Any more on that?
Yeah, verse 7.
No, that's enough. That's
Right.
good enough on that. I just want people to know. We're just showing you how the rank and order and all of those, how we have the rules come from the Bible. Things that we use here come from the Bible. We don't just go willy-nilly talking about something simply we want to make it up. That's how you have that's why you have fringes on t-shirts right now, right? Because somebody that thought it was all cool and nice and misinterpreted because they didn't have Command and General YAHANNA to teach them, right?
Right.
There's somebody, oh, it's okay, y'all don't have to worry about rank. We ain't got no generals, we ain't got no alawas, we ain't got no surround, we just do whatever we want, just talk. It doesn't matter. Speak. Matter of fact, speak out of time, you know. You see a general talking, then you should shut your trap.
Right.
As a matter of fact, if you see a and of course go on the captain and on down to the officers and on down to the troopers,
Right.
that's your rank, okay? And the young women, if you see a man talking, you always let him go ahead and talk until he's giving you the floor. That makes sense? That's order. And that's how you keep order. You raise your hand, Salaki, sir, I have something I want to ask.
Right.
Or Adawan. The best thing to do is call a higher ranking person an Adawan. That's all this is. It just says my Lord. That's all it's saying. Lord just simply means is Lord over your my Lord means it's the understanding. Lord, it's not necessarily. It's trying to say the Lord over your. Just like the Bible saying, He's Lord over you. And in other words, He helps keep you. And that way you'll understand rank and order. In other words, that's why we have brotherhoods. That's all it is, just brotherhood, right?
Right.
This whole Bible is made up of brotherhood. So we really want sisters to understand the brotherhood of the Bible. So you won't wind up not knowing in some crazy camp out there walking around with going to bed with fringes on their t-shirt. Lord have mercy. I don't see everything. Anyway, we're done on that, right?
Done.
What we got next? we have another word up here. See if people in the audience right there, who's we got still Radazar and all them, all the Latazar and all them. It's like they still in the chat, right?
There's some people watching.
Y'all go ahead and transliterate this last word here. So far we got alawat for general. Captain is Saran. So if you want to call him General Yohanna, you say Commanding General Yohanna because he is the commander of all the generals and all of the ranks in the I.S.U.P.K, right? So if you're talking to General, who am I trying to say here? General Mahayman, right? The next general, is he 13 or 12 short? I can't remember. 12 short. General Yohanna is only 13 short. Right. So I believe, Salaki, if I said it wrong. But when you want to say Alawap, General Mahayman, or you just say Alawap Mahayman, sir. That's the same thing. If you're not sure, just say General Mahayman.
Right.
If you want to, you always want to call it Commanding General Yohanna because he's the one in charge. He's taking command, right?
Right.
Okay. And then you want to say a captain, like our captain is his name is Natazah, but you wouldn't want to call him Natazah. You want to say Saran, right?
Right.
Or Adawan, or Sir. You know, but captain, if you want to make sure and understand his rank, he's a Saran. He's a captain of 10,000. We have captain of 10,000 and a captain of 13,000.
Right.
That's a little bit higher, right? Right before the general, right? Both of the ranks are before the general. And that's how we get that. And of course, we have the next one over here. If you guys can guess. Tell me what this is. Work this word out. Give me the transliteration of that word. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sister Parva checking in.
Clap it up, Sister Barbara. I ain't seen her in a long time. Glad to have you, sis. I'm glad Jada got another sister up there and you. Shard done grabbed you and told you to go and get in class, didn't it? I'm meddling. I'm leaving y'all alone. Check this out. Sister Paraba and Sister Jada, y'all the sisters in there, but both y'all, Sister Paraba been in there for a little while. She understands the Hebrew. One of my best women teachers. Students. I'm sorry. Under me as teacher. That's what I meant. Sister Parva is one of my best students, and she's pretty good. And Sister Jada, she's getting to the point where she's already there, but she's learning. And then of course we have Kalatazar for the brothers. Yar. Who else we got? Ratazar.
Right.
Who else we got in there? Lakamawan. He may not be in there tonight, right? He might be at work. I think he's slaving, right?
Right.
But as we sit back and we sit here and enjoy class, I enjoy class. So what we got right here, Paraba and Sister Paraba and Kalatazar and who's that? Paraba?
Right.
And Sister Jada. What word is this to transliterate here? What is that in Hebrew? Tell me what this word is, please. Baba Kushah.
Oh, we got some answers.
Who?
Sister Parva put Quatazar.
Sister Paraba put Kwa to Zar, right?
And Sister Jada put Quatazar.
They put the same thing?
Kind of like that.
Oh, Lord. Qua, spell that.
Q-A-T-A-Z-A-R.
Like that?
Kind of like that.
All right. So they put Quatazar. All right. Trying to be consistent there. Got me all over the board. Quatazar. Which means, what does that mean, sis and brothers out there? Akwathian and Akwath. Akian. Oh boy. What is this Quatazar? What is that? You have a lot of these. What we got, Sister Parabah, Sister Jada, and Roxazak, and Lakamawan, and who else? Nayar and Kalatazar. What is a Quatazar? What is that? We'll see. You know what it is? Well, let's see. Let's let the sisters see if they can get it online. See if somebody online can get it. What you got there, bro?
All right, we got Sister Power Bob with officer, and we got Sister Jada. She said doesn't mean trooper.
No, it means it's officer. It's officer. And there's another word for that, if I'm not mistaken, too. Can they see that? I guess they can see that word, right? I think there's another word. Pakwayad, I believe. Is officer also. Quatazan. Well, a lot of it, you'll find that in the Bible. Officer. You have different ranks of officer, but this is all about rank. This is all about so we'll understand. And the I.S.U.P.K, we deal with rank. That's the brotherhood. That's the understanding, so we can keep order. You know, with the word rank goes with the word order. I mean, so when we say rank, you want to, out of the same mouth comes order, right? If you don't have no rank, you have no
Order.
There you go. He's right. When I don't want him to talk, he talks. He raises his hand, right? But when you don't have no rank, you have no
Order.
That's it. He's right. When you have no rank, you ain't got no order. That's why we have the order. That's what I've been trying to relate to you. And I'm glad your sisters understood that that meant Quatazar. That's what we're trying to write up here on the board. Right?
Right.
Quatazar. Right? Let's see. Let's see here. We'll okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put a word up here. I'm gonna put a word up here that we haven't put up here in a while, but we need to put it up here because this is like a present day events. So let's see if we can put this up here. Let me see if I can do it. I'll put it in the ancient Hebrew. All right, like we've been doing, right? Okay. I think it's this. I think it, yeah, I believe this is it right here. All right. What does this word mean in the Hebrew? And I know they can see it because I got a real, right? What is that word right there? Transliterate that word into English there. I have it in the ancient Hebrew, which makes it a lot easier. The more and more you do this, Jada, the more you'll become really good at it. You'll perfect it. But that's what we have. This is a upside down U, which is a single or a connector, but is a, we call that single connector. Then we have a U, which joins two together, and that is a, what do you call that double connector there?
That is dependent.
Dependent. One's independent and one's dependent. So that's the independent connector and that's a dependent. That's kind of helps you to learn how to spell it. So do a transliteration on this right here. What you got?
Sister Jada, she has the answer and with me.
Okay, what does it mean, sis?
she said Pasak.
Uh-huh.
You know, she spelled it P-A-S-A-C-H.
All right. What does it mean, sis?
And she said it means Passover.
Clap it up for that sis, man.
And Sister Parabah said.
I know Parabah. I know she wasn't too far behind there. She ain't gonna. What is it? Passover, right?
Kind of, she said Passover also.
Exactly. And that's coming up real soon here. What is that, bro?
That's right. That's on April 1st.
April 1st?
In Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh, North Carolina, man. And then we have events before that. What are the events?
We got Wednesday. We got is that the lamb slaughter?
Lamb slaughter, yeah.
And then Thursday we have the all black party.
All black party on Thursday. Go ahead.
And the slave tour on Thursday.
Slave tour on Thursday. Also, we have buses coming back and forth, shuttling, right? Commander General YAHANNA, right? He's providing that for us. Go ahead.
And on Friday we have General Muhammad scripture breakdown.
You do not want to miss that. You don't want to miss any of these events.
Right.
You don't want to miss General, who is it? General Muhammad? General Muhammad. You want to miss General Muhammad's breakdown on Friday, man.
Right.
I believe it's probably be maybe 7 o'clock probably,
Right.
more than likely. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, then we have Passover. But Sister J said she got her tickets today.
Clap it up for the sis. She got her tickets today. There you go. I said, once you go to one Passover, which we're commanded to do, you don't want to miss it, okay? But that's what it means, Sister Parabah, and they've got the women acting in class right now. Everybody else must be, the men must be at work. And I appreciate you women. Check in, always check in to support our local class here in Greenville, South Carolina, right? Because we got people that's looking all across the nation, but you help enthuse them. You give them the zeal,
Right.
right?
Right.
So Pasak, that's what it is. Pa-sa-ka. Pa-sak.
Right.
Now all words don't end in like exactly like a dependent connector, but just read it. I can make up words that have independent, the dependent connector first.
Right.
It can be any kind of way. Just read what's in front of you. And then when you get to a rule, I'll explain it to you from just learning it over the years here. But that's what it is, the Pasak, the Passover. What Passover is that, the 54th? Right, okay, let's do 54 in Hebrew, right? How do we do that? Anybody? Don't get scared now. Let's do 54th. What we got? How you say 50 in Hebrew? How you say 5? Anybody? Yeah, go ahead. Shanya. So let's go down there. It's shalash, isn't it?
Shalash.
Right? So how do you say 4?
That's Shanya.
Shanya, I believe it is. So you got the first one is Akkad, Shanya, right? Wait a minute, got me messed up. Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, right? Arabai, is that right? And what's 5? Kalash. Kamash or Kalash? Kalash. Got me messed up. So what's 4? Arabai, right? So we want to say 4, we want to say Bai. Talk to me about this. Now how do we say 50? How do you say 5? Kalash what? Kalash Young. Clap it up for that trooper right there. Don't graduate you soon, man. You keep going, bro. What is it?
Arabai.
Kalashim, man. I'm just joking with you. Kalash Young. Right? Well, that's how you say 54. Of course, we say the We ain't gonna get into all that, but this is close enough. We, as black people, don't say 54. We don't say 54. We just say 54.
Right.
54 Araba Colossium.
Right.
That's 54, man. That's like we're saying Kalash, and we're pluralizing it. That says 50. So you basically have a 4 plus a 50, right? And what is 4 plus 50? 54. Right? What? Anybody else know what it is?
I mean, she said she had no idea.
Who?
Sister Jada.
That's a said it again.
No, when he was asking how to say 54, she said she had no idea.
That's all right, but that's we're gonna go over those numbers, Sister Jada. I mean, maybe next week we'll do over that. We'll go over that parable. You checking the class now, unless your Quatazar got you doing something else, right? Bring your Yahan help support your Sister Jada, and that's how that works. And all the other Quatazars. We have everybody. You'll be surprised, man. You got generals looking on this class, captain looking on the class. But right now, Quatazar, in offices, Quatazarium. That means more than one, right?
Right.
So the Passah, the Passover. It's gonna be beautiful. And when is the Passover? That's April 1st, right?
April 1st.
Yeah, that's what we have. You don't do that lamb slaughter for nothing. We're gonna have all kinds of lamb and what else? What we got on that menu?
We got lamb and
Whatever the Bible says, right?
unleavened bread and bitter herbs.
Unleavened bread and bitter herbs. And what are we commanded to do in our household?
Ooh,
Go ahead.
we commanded to throw out all the unleavened.
Find that text for me, bro. Find that for me, officer. I know you know how. Find that text for me so we can read it. We commanded to throw out all the unleavened in our household, man. That's what the Bible tells us to do. We don't just guess at what we're doing. This is not a commemoration without having the Most High teachings or His prophecies or His blessing. And when did we have the Passover? Well, we had the Passover because the Most High was getting ready to bring us out of Matazarium or Egypt, right?
Right.
He was bringing us out of Egypt, man, from this slave institution of this wicked Hamite king called Pharaoh, right?
Right.
And Pharaoh wanted to keep us there, and the Lord said, we ain't having this, Jack. No more. I'm a man of war. Get my people. Let my people go, is what Moses said. He was speaking in the Hebrew. I can translate it, but I won't go through that. Hey, let my people go. That's what he was saying. He was telling, he was going by, I think it was Aaron's brother. Aaron was his mouthpiece.
Right.
Let us go. Let's get out of here. And the Most High said what? Well, it's going to be a Passover. So when you guys, right at nighttime now, you guys are going to put blood over your doorpost, man.
Right.
That's what happened. The blood, it didn't matter if you were good or bad. You were Israel, you got the hell out of there.
Right.
And let the good and bad be sorted out in the wilderness. That's exactly what happened. That got sorted out in the wilderness. Lord got rid of this. Like General Muhammad said, it's not a Passover for whether you good or bad, naughty or nice. It's because you were Israel, black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. And that's what we're inviting to the Passover, man. The black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. So we're saying, you got that text for me?
Go.
Read that. Let's read the Exodus of how this, the Most High gave us the Passover to commemorate our Exodus out of Egypt. Go ahead, read that.
Exodus 12 and 19.
12 and 19. Read it for me loud and clear, Baba Kushak.
Kawaka. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses.
In other words, when they get ready to get out and take that leaven out of the house, because when they pass over, you don't want to have no leavening in your house, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off.
Shall be what?
Shall be cut off.
The Bible says if you got that, if you eat it, unleavened bread, because you're going to be doing this in haste. You ain't got time to let bread rise.
Right.
We're getting out of here, man.
Right.
It's the Passover. It's time for us to get cut beeline through that desert there, right? With them leather shoes on made from goat skins, man. And they would get the H-E double hockey sticks out of here, right? Finish read.
From the congregation of Israel,
Right.
whether he be
For the
stranger,
congregation of who?
Of Israel.
Of all nations.
Of Israel.
Of any other nation.
Of Israel.
The Bible says of Israel. That's how you know this is only meant for blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians.
Right.
The Pesach, the Passover, 54, Arabai Colossium. Go ahead, read.
Whether he be stranger or born in the land.
Whether he be stranger, what they saying? Whether he be born in the land, that's like
Right.
that's like me and you. You know, we born in the land. But if he's a stranger, you know, he really didn't grow up around us, but he's still Israel.
Right.
That's all it really meant.
Uh-huh.
He's somewhere in a foreign land, sitting up here drinking water out of a cactus somewhere, wherever he was. But whatever he was doing, he brought his behind over here and got into this. He's whether he be a stranger of what?
Be a stranger or born in the land.
Or born in the land. He can be born in the land. That's us.
Right.
He's just not. We're only interested in Israel now.
Right.
That mixed multitude is that. The stranger are born into the land, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 20.
Right.
Ye shall eat nothing. It's like ye shall eat nothing leavened.
Nothing leavened. Now what is leaven? That's when you take all the bacon. Go ahead.
That's no yeast.
No yeast. Go ahead.
Right.
Clap it up for the brother right there. No rice. Anything that will make bread. Now I know the sisters can tell me better than I can. But anything that makes bread rise
Right.
with leavening, baking soda, yeast, and so on and so forth. That's what you do not put in. At that time, they couldn't put that in their bread. Go ahead. But that's what we're going to have at the Passover, unleavened bread. Anything else on that?
Come. In all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread.
And all your habitations, you're going to eat unleavened bread, man. That's if you inhabit this, if you're in Israel, over there on that side, I think it was Goshen, right?
Right.
Unleavened bread. Go ahead, read.
It's like that.
That it on that?
Yeah, it goes with something else.
And that's fine. That's good. But that's what you wanted. That's what we have at the Passover, right? We have unleavened bread and bitter herbs, right? Did it say that? Yeah, read back. Give me the bitter herbs, man. Don't leave the bitter herbs out, bro. Get some herbs. Get some bitter herbs in there. Go ahead. We ain't talking about no herb. The kind with no. We ain't talking about the kind with no cigarette label on package.
Right.
We ain't talking about the kind with no name. Not that herb.
Right.
We're talking about regular bitter herbs. Fennel. Oregano, you know. You know, all this other goddamn herb stuff. Go ahead, read.
Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them,
Yeah.
draw out and take you a lamb according to your families.
A lamb, that means you got enough of lamb to cover that whole family.
Right.
Because they getting ready to do what? Go ahead.
And kill the Passover.
And kill it. Go ahead.
And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop.
They gonna ratazak it.
Right.
Go ahead.
And dip it in the blood that is in the basin.
Right.
And strike.
Hyssop. Hyssop is a very expensive herb. It has a sweet smell to it.
Right.
Go ahead.
And strike the lintel and two side posts with the blood that is in the basin.
Right. I imagine yeah, right. They took the Levites, go ahead and did this.
Right.
Okay, they struck all the doorposts where our people live. Go ahead.
And none of you shall go out the door of his house until the morning.
You better not be going out that door. The Most High wanted you on the other side because we're going to have some death angels over there getting ready to take care of business. Go ahead. And of course, that's what they did back then. Go ahead.
For the Lord will pass through and smite the Egyptians.
He will what?
Pass through and smite the
He
Egyptians.
will pass over.
Right.
And pass through. Pesach. He's going to pesach and smite. What does smite mean? He's going to smite the Egyptians. So what do you think that means?
Destroy.
Don't destroy them. Don't hit them. Go ahead.
Oh, slack.
You're going to destroy the Montezorians, right? Go ahead.
Slack, sir.
That it on that?
Okay, slack. Okay.
Right.
And ye shall observe, slack, verse 24.
Right.
And the Lord will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer.
He's going to pass over. He's going to pesach, right?
Right.
Going to pass over that door. Go ahead.
And the destroyer come into your house.
The what?
The destroyer.
The destroyer is talking about the destroyer angel.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
To come unto your houses to smite you.
That's right. So he's the Most High is keeping that destroying angel as long as you obey the Most High's law, statutes, and commandment. That's what we want to do nowadays. is to obey his commandments, man.
Right.
That's why we keep the Passover, because this is the commemoration that the Most High gave for his people. Is that it on that?
No.
That's it on that, right? That's what Pesach means, Passover. That's what it means. Anybody, any understanding? Anybody in the audience right there have any questions on that? It's like, anybody?
Not
Okay, but that's what it meant, right?
Right.
That was Arabai Colossus, the 54th. That's what we're going to have. That's what we did, the Pesach, the Passover. That's what that meant. That's kind of like what I wanted to get in here, say a few things. We always have time. We never have time to finish class and do everything we need. We'll put a few more things up here. The Pesach, right?
Right.
We run the word. It's called here. New York. Come here for a minute, would you? Let's put some more stuff up on the board. You want to get some eraser there, I guess. Yeah, go ahead and erase all that. I think we've done enough damage up there as far as writing. We use when I first started, I used the whole board, but now yeah, just erase everything there. I think people understand. Any more questions in the audience there? I think people understand what the 54th is going to be. We appreciate people buying their tickets. Like was the women providing for their household, buying their tickets for their man, in the household and the child, and they doing it, right? People are doing it, man. They get it together. We getting ready for this Passover, man. Here, put this word up here and see if people understand what this means. Since you're up, man. Here you go. Put that word up there in Hebrew, just like you see it, okay? There you go. And that's what the Most High allows us to participate because we're His children. As you notice in there, it didn't say anybody else but Israel, did it?
Right.
It says Israel. That's why people, when they look in there, they get all disgruntled. One say, man, you listening. You weren't disgruntled when you didn't want to be us when we were in slavery, did you?
Right.
You didn't want to be us when we were in bondage, did you?
Right.
When we were in Egypt, you definitely didn't want to be. I don't want to be with them. I don't want to be with them people down there, help building them pyramids. You don't want to be us when we make $10 an hour on a job and y'all make 25, right?
Right.
You don't want to be us when we get whipped across the back and our children alligator bait out there, did you?
Right.
When the mothers were getting babies cut out of their womb, you didn't want that, did you? But now all of a sudden you want to be a child of Israel. Come on, man. All right, translate this one right here. Then we'll have, I believe that's it. Translate that. Parabah, Jada, and Kalatazah, and Yar, and Ratazak. Do that one. That may be one of the last ones we'll do here. Translate this idea, this word here, please, for me, before y'all go and drink your yayan and your water and eat the rest of your steak and potatoes. Right?
Right.
Oops, sorry. Translate that word right. Transliterate that word, I'm sorry. Transliterate it. That means to write it down in English. Go ahead, what you got?
Sister Jada says, Matazayam.
Ma. I know Parabah right behind it. Ma. Ta. Za.
Yam. Yeah. Matazayam.
Matazayam or Matazar?
Matazayam. Yes, sir.
Check your, see if that's right, Sister Jada. Parabah, what you got? See if I'm right. check it out. Make sure you count for every letter and every word. What you got? Is that what she had, or she just had? She said Matazah Yum, right? And I put what? Anybody else?
No.
Okay. Right. So those comments on the right work just as well as the StreamYard, as well as the comments in our chat, right?
Right.
Same thing.
Okay.
And the only other thing you guys can do is join, put your picture in the chat by what? Just clicking on there and we'll accept you in, right?
Right.
I think that's what it is. Just join. If you have any problem, just, text us and we'll tell you. During class, we just want to keep going. But anyway, sister, what was it, Jada? Parabah?
So,
What y'all got?
this is the part about that Matazarium.
Parabah said, Mata Zarium. She got what I got. Sister Jada, you agree with that? I know Parabah, she gonna be right up there. she gonna. That's what both of them got right now, right? Good. Right, let's clap it up in class there, right? Montazorium. And what is Montazorium, guys, girls? Let's see if our listening audience can get it there. What is Montazorium? That's what we've been talking about. Pharaoh, the Pesach, the Passover man, and how they sat there and made us go through bondage there. And in America, that's what they're doing right now. This is I don't want to give it away, but that's what we're going through right now. The same thing. America is called this also. Just another pretty much name for America. We're going through the same thing we went through Egypt as we're going through in America.
Right.
Anybody in the chat know what this means?
Sister Parabah, she had Egypt.
It means Egypt. Anybody else you agree with her? Anybody else agree with her? Parabah said Egypt, right? What'd you say, Jada? How you spell Egypt?
E-Y-G-Y, no, E-G-Y.
What is it?
E-G-Y.
E-G-Y? Lord knows I ain't spelling it right.
E-G-Y-T.
E-G-Y, right? P-T? I always spell that word wrong. Egypt. Okay. Is that right? Both of them got it right? Both of them say that?
This is the Parabah. Sister Jada wanted to know.
She said what?
Sister Jada just wanted to know what it meant.
Oh, she wanted to know, okay, Montazarium, Sister Jada, means exactly, Parabah's got it right. It means Egypt. It's the same, it just simply means Egypt. Montazarium. That's an African country. That's in Africa. That is the Egypt. When you see Egypt in there, you see right there in the, I think it's the north corner. It's in the north corner near the Red Sea and all of that. That's Egypt, or Montazarium. Okay, that's what the word means. And that's where they had the first Passover, right there, because they were getting ready to exodus and go out into the desert, cross the Sinai desert or whatever, and to get home. A journey that would have only taken, 3 days journey to get to our original country, homeland of Israel, took 40 years by disobedience. That's a whole other lesson. And we may get into that when we go and talk about it in our Sabbath service, in which we want you to join.
Right.
So Egypt, Montazarium, this is Egypt. That's the first Passover. happened right there. So that's what the word means, Egypt. And that's, by the way, that's what we're here in America, in that same bondage. Egypt was a bondage. It was a burden, man, of bricks and straw, and couldn't go out, and just for 3 days to worship our God, man.
Right.
That's all what we wanted to do, and Pharaoh said, no, and we'll get into that lesson in the morning there. Right?
Right.
We'll get into that. Well, Montezorium, Egypt, that's what that is. That's what that word means. And we're going to get into much, much more, man, in Sabbath service tomorrow. So make sure you join us tomorrow, man. We'll have a really enthusiastic teaching class there in the Sabbath services, okay? Montezorium, how are we doing on the time there?
We have 8:48.
8:48, all right, let's go get some Hebrew announcements over there. We'll break the class down and we have time to salute our sisters and our brothers, right? Our brothers and sisters. Do some announcement for me at Cosmar. And then make sure before you end the class, we'll bring everybody up, we'll salute the class out, right?
Go.
So go do me some announcements. So you had a good class, let's clap it up for class, right? Hope you guys learned the Hebrew chart, the ancient Hebrew. Our goal is to teach you this chart, the ancient Hebrew and the Syrian Hebrew, and to teach you about the connectors that our forefathers left us. And Commander General YAHANNA is teaching us right now. And also, when we got in captivity in the Syrian language, we're learning that too. We didn't do much of Syrian tonight, but that's we'll dwell on that next week. We'll get on some more things, especially in the accounting system. Before we salute the brothers and sisters out, come and close the class out of Cosmar.
All right, this is the I.S.U.P.K security announcements.
Right.
We at I.S.U.P.K started on 1 West, 125th Street out of Harlem, New York. Under Commander General YAHANNA. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They have to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves in the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother and a sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, a brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3 and 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, by I.S.U.P.K. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or a teacher. Priest fund, a free will offer for the priest, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The Feast of Purim, the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month already passed. So we have next Sunday, the 5th of March, and Monday, the 6th of March, 2023. You read about this in Esther, the 9th chapter, 20 verse through 31st verse. And we had the Lord's 54th annual Passover coming April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. All right, remind Akim and Akwa to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And we'll salute. We'll salute.
Right.
All right. Ahmad Shabbat. Ahmad Barak.
Yahweh.
All right. We're going to turn.
Yazamatah.
Yazamatah.
Okay.
All right, we're going to turn to salute sisters.
Right.
Ahmad Shabbat. Ahmad Barak. Yahweh. 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 Class dismissed.